Hey, 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 it's Leona. How you doing? Happy Wednesday. I hope you are well and I hope you are good. Welcome to the stream. I hope everything is good with you. We're going to have some fun on the stream today. We're actually going to have a really nice, relaxing time on the stream today. As usual, it's kind of like a little mix between kind of like fun, uplifting, inspiring, and super relaxing as well. I hope you can hear in the background I've got the nice relaxing sounds. There's even a bit of bird song going on, so I hope that you can hear that. Let me know if you can. Hey Anjali, hey Pooja, how you doing? Welcome, welcome. How's it going? Happy Wednesday. It's been a while. Hey, I feel like I haven't done a live for forever, and it's only actually been a month. Well, it's only actually been 3 weeks since the masterclass, but it does feel like ages. It seems like a lifetime, and I think it's because I've gone back to teaching in person again, which has been so nice. And so yeah, so now it's like a mixture between in person. I almost couldn't say it then. I went to say online. It's a mixture between see, I can't say it. I keep wanting to say online. It's been so strange. It's been a mixture between in person and online. Barbara here from the UK. Hi Barbara, how you doing? How's it going? How are you? Welcome. Come on in the room. Come say hi to everyone. We always have lots of lovely people in the room. So today I've got a few things to talk about as usual, and we're going to do a bit of painting together. We're going to talk about colour. We're going to discover your favourite colours, and we're going to mix and match them and get some really beautiful combinations. So it's all about exploring colour. I mean, pretty much every single kind of live stream or online class that I'm doing at the moment is all about colour, because don't we just need more colour in our lives, guys? We need more colour. Do you know what I mean? Time is super fast and super slow at the same time. Completely, Pooja. It's just like, I think we've been living in an alternate dimension for the last year, and now everything seems to kind of just be going really fast again. Like literally the time just went when I was getting ready to set up for this stream. I was just like, oh my god, it's 7 o'clock already. Quick. Quick. Happy Wednesday. Yay. How you doing? Welcome Barbara. How's it going? Whereabouts in the UK are you? So yeah, we're going to be doing some painting. We're going to have all the fun times. Before we get started with the painting, what I want to talk to you really quickly. I'm wearing all the colours right now. What colours are you wearing? What colours are you wearing? Let me know. The southwest, really? How cool is that? And how is it in the southwest at the moment? Is it raining? We've had so much rain in the UK, it's unbelievable. It's absolutely crazy. Oh, let me go. Oh, I've got lipstick on my mug. So what we're going to do is first of all, I want to talk to you about what's coming up in the masterclass. So for the masterclass next month, we have, which is next week, the first Wednesday of every month, we have, it's all about the colour pink. It's the colour pink happening. So every month on the masterclass, as you can see from that little graphic there, we talk about a different colour and we create a piece of art in a different colour. So we've done blue, we've done yellow, and we're going to be doing, we did green was the last one, and now we're going to do pink, which is really exciting because pink is such an interesting colour. I think people have so much preconceptions about pink. Some people avoid it completely. Some people are only drawn to a specific type of pink. So if you want to come in and have a really, really nice relaxing time with like lovely folk which are here and other people as well that come in, it's a really good time. If you look in the description box below, you'll see the link to book a place on the masterclass. It's really fun. It's every first Wednesday of the month, so I hope you can join. Cloudy, we've had loads of sunshine today. Oh nice, you're the lucky one. Can you bring some of that down here? Do you know what I mean? Or up here, should I say? I'm wearing my Van Gogh shirt and rainbow tie-dye shorts. Get in there, Angeli. It's all happening. I know what you mean. It's like 27 degrees here in Dallas, Texas. That, oh my God. Oh my God. No wonder you're wearing your tie-dye shorts. Do you know what I mean? Yes, all the pink. So if you want to come and join us, check out the link in description. It's a really nice way to sort of introduce yourself back to art if you haven't done any creativity for a long time, maybe even since school. Because a lot of the time when people are getting back into their artwork, they haven't done it for years and years and years and years. And when you simply look at just one colour, it can help you to just like break down all your kind of preconceptions and just think, I'm going to just explore this one thing, you know, very calming, very easy, very soothing, not over complex, just one colour, and just get into that. It's really super fun. We've been having a great time, haven't we, Angeli? We've been having a great time in the masterclasses. So that's that if you want to check that out. The other thing before we get started is, of course, the Academy, which you can see up there, artistresource.co.uk/members. The June project, so every month I put out 4 new online classes which are pre-recorded in real time, so you can do it along with me at home, actually in the time. I don't skip, I don't edit them, so they're not skip ahead. You don't have to like miss a whole section of the project. You can do it with me. The June projects are here. So this is included in the June projects, which is Franz Marc's The Bewitched Mill, which is such a beautiful painting. Can you see it's so gorgeous? It's like, this is the mill here, and then, oh, let me point at it, right, this is the mill, and then you've got all these little animals that are kind of washing themselves in this beautiful stream, which looks like an overflow pipe here, and they're all washing themselves in it, and you've got some little animals over there in the corner. Such a beautiful painting, really, really easy to do. So that's step by step with that. And also I've got the Decoupage mirror project. So I did a little bit of this on the stream, this mirror here. You can see some of the wires there. This kind of like 3D in relief decoupage mirror, but I did a smaller simplified version, which is here, and you can learn how to make this in paper mache, but it's a dry paper mache technique, which is a lot more simple, a lot more easy, much less messy, which is really fun. So if you want to learn how to do this, then come on over and subscribe for the monthly classes, because we're having a great time basically, and you get the masterclass for free included with that as well. So you kind of get 5 classes every month. So there you go, and they're always about 45 minutes to an hour long. So let me know how you are. I want to know how you've been, because it's like been forever since I've been on the YouTube live. And we're going to get started. So do you remember last time, hold on, let me have a little sip too. Yeah, I thought it was today. I forgot. Oh, did you think it was the Zoom today, Angelou? So let me know what tea you're drinking. So do you remember we did this before? We did this colour combination thing. Now this is from Joseph Albert's Interaction of Colour, which you can just see I've got here. I've got the book here. And a lot of his studies on colour are from the 1960s, but they're still completely useful today. In fact, a lot of the art projects you get taught when you do a foundation in the UK, which is what you do when you're about 21 years old, a lot of the projects that you do at art college derive from the Joseph Albert techniques that he taught in the Bauhaus. So it's really fascinating, really useful, and useful no matter kind of what type of visual artist you are. So even if you're like a makeup artist, this stream that I'm doing today, I was about to say class, but it's not really a class, but this stream that I'm doing today is going to be really useful, because I'm going to give you this tutorial that you can apply to kind of any visual art discipline. So it's really handy, and this is the one we did last time with 4 colours, and you can see that I put these 4 colours in different ways, and it's all about seeing how the quantity of colour looks different with each other. So if you put it in the centre versus away from it on the edge, if there's a bigger space versus a smaller space, how does it make you feel with all the colours? I mean, it's really important actually how you feel about the colours. That's the main thing. So if you're creating any kind of artwork that you want to look at for any extended period of time, you want the colour combinations to make you feel really good. So this is all very much kind of a feeling exercise, something that can make you feel really good and understand what makes you feel really good or connected or uplifted or relaxed, versus something that's just not really kind of going the way you want it to go. Do you know what I mean? I'm going to make up for lost times and do all the classes in the next few days. Go on, Angela, get in there. There's 100 classes, you know, in the academy now. 100. That is what I've been up to in the lockdown and beyond, is creating all these online classes. I've still got so many. I mean, I'm just throughout the last 10 years of my business, Artist Resource, like there has been so many projects that I've taught to all ages, and I've just got so much to record, so it's an endless ongoing thing. And actually I'm going to be designing some new projects as well over the next couple of months, which I just had some ideas for, and I am excited to bring them to you. So I hope that you really enjoy them once they come out. So that's super cool. Anyway, let's get on with it. So as usual, the way this stream works is that I will click over to the overhead camera and I'm going to show you what I'm going to be working on, but I'm always going to be in this little bottom corner, right? So talk to me the whole time. That's why I'm here. I'm here to have a chit chat. We can talk about anything you like. We can talk about everything art related, what colours that you love, and all that jazz. So what I'm thinking, so like I said, this exercise really is for discovering colours that you like and colours that work together. For example, what I'm going to do today is I'm going to base it on somewhere that I went to. So over the last couple of days, I just visited a beach in the UK, and I wanted to bring these kind of beachy colours to an artwork that I'm going to create in the future. So before I'm going to even design the artwork or think about what the artwork is going to look like, I need to come up with the colour combinations first of all. So that's what I'm going to do today. I'm going to be working out the colours. So whenever you have an idea for an artwork, whether it's a painting, a collage, anything using any kind of media, whether it's mixed media, watercolor, whatever you're doing, you want to be thinking about the color combinations, because the color combinations is what's going to make your artwork feel a certain way to you. And if you're making an artwork, chances are you want to feel good, you want to feel uplifted, you want to feel refreshed, relaxed. You know, you want to feel something when you look at the artwork. That's the whole point of creating something, right? You want to look at it and go, yeah, that's me. That's a part of me. That's something I made. Do you know what I mean? I believe in myself. Love turquoise, do you? Oh, turquoise is so refreshing, isn't it? It just makes you feel like energized for sure. Turquoise is a great colour. I'm wearing it right now. Angeli's got all the colours on. She's got everything going on today. Alright, so let's get to it. Yeah, let me know what favourite colours, and let me know if they remind you of anything, because I think because I'm doing this kind of like beachy type artwork today, I think it's nice to think about colours that remind you of something, right? So let me know anything about that. Now, another thing I'm going to do today is I am going to make sure that I'm just using a few colours. So I'm just going to use a primary blue and a primary red and a primary yellow. So I've got ultramarine, cadmium red hue and lemon yellow, right? And I'm going to use white as well. Okay, So that's all I'm going to use. You can use any primary colours for this, and I'm not going to use like more than one red or more than one blue or more than one yellow. I'm just going to stick to what I've got, okay? Just to show you that you can get like really nice things just from a limited palette, right? So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to use a little bit of this ultramarine and some white, and I'm going to create myself a really nice blue. Now I want to do some green, and I want to do some blue, and I want to do some kind of like sandy colour as well. And I'm not sure what I'm going to do after that. I've written here green, blue, peach, sandy, pink, but we'll see how it goes. Yeah, ultramarine is lush. Ultramarine is so nice. I'll tell you what I'm also going to do is I'm just going to have a little other brush just to mix my colours. I'm just going to get a bit of a not great brush just to give it a mix. And I want to get this nice kind of like cornflower blue, you know, like a really nice sort of light sky sort of blue. Not doing anything complicated. I just want to keep it just really, really simple. And you can see we kind of did a turquoise. Can you see here? Before, that was really turquoisey. So we're not going to do turquoise today, as much as I'd love to and as much as I love turquoise. I want to keep it sort of like this. I mean, ultramarine is a bit like Wedgwood blue as well, isn't it? Like the colour of that like pottery that you get, all the designs on the pottery. So that gives a little nod to England as well, with the whole kind of English sort of beach theme that I want to do. But yeah, love the southwest. It's been a while since I've been around that way actually. But yeah, about 10 years ago I spent quite a bit of time around that direction. So this is going to be my first one. I'm going to go for it. Now I've kind of numbered them. So what I've done here is I've created these circles. Now this is what Joseph Albers has done in one of his colour studies, and I'm doing a very, very similar thing here by creating these rings. And then I'm going to do 4 different colours, number them 1 to 4, and then I'm going to put them in different colourways. So I'm going to start number 1 2 3 4, then I'm going to go 4 1 2 3, then 3 4 1 2, and 2 3 4 1. You'll see what I mean. Don't even worry about numbers, you know what I mean? Chipping Sodbury, how is it there? How's it going? Alright, so I'm actually going to do blue first. So that's going to be, I'm going to do blue here. So that's going to be my number 1, and I'm going to make myself a little key here. So I'm going to put blue in here, so I know that's my number 1. I've still got my barcode on the top of my paintbrush. So let's do it. So we're going to fill in all the number 1s. I'm going to just erase it so I don't have the numbers there. And we know we're going to do the number 1. Actually, I think I can have a slightly bigger brush. Let's have a slight. I bought these paintbrushes. I'm so happy with these paintbrushes. I've been through so many paintbrushes, and I'm like, even the expensive ones, these are sort of semi-expensive. They're called Monarch by Winsor & Newton. They are semi-expensive, but I just had to do it because I tell you what, I wasn't putting up with like bad paintbrushes anymore, you know. I've put up with some real kind of dodgy ones, and I've found a few nice ones, but then they don't last that long. And I'm like, look, I need to get some decent ones. So whenever you can afford it, to like treat yourself to some real decent brushes. It's just got to be done, because you can't beat it. You know, you will notice the difference once you get yourself some like lovely brushes. My circles are a bit wonky shaped. Are you doing it with me, Angeli? Yes. Don't worry if they're a bit wonky. You know, you can draw around things. So you can either do it with a compass, or you can draw around some objects. They don't have to be exactly the same as mine. They just have to be slightly different. So this one and this one, you want to just try and make them so they're like different sizes. because that's the whole sort of purpose. It's the quantity of the colour that you're looking at, so how much of the colour there is and how it's different. So obviously that ring there is really small next to it, and how that looks when there's only a tiny bit of the colour versus a load of the colour. So we're going to do that now on this one. I'm going to go round and we're going to give it some of this lovely cornflower blue. And I do recommend that you just stick with, you know, your basic primary colours, because you don't have to, obviously, but it is a good idea, especially when you're a beginner, to just have a few little limitations so you understand the basics, because the basics is all where it's at. Once you've got the basics down, you can expand on it. And I'll tell you what, even if you've been doing art for years and years and years, it's really good to have a refresher, you know, and just like make sure you have things, you know, kind of the foundation of it in your mind. That's what you want. You want to be like, so when you create an artwork, when you eventually make your own pieces, you want to be like, actually, hold on a minute, I know how to get this, I know what looks good with this colour, I know what I want. And it's all about feeling confident in what you're doing. You know, you want to just feel like you've got this resource of information that you can call on. I think that'll do. It's not perfect, but that'll do. What do you expect? I'm chatting away. You should always warm up as well before you paint, and I haven't warmed up today. I've just gone straight into it, but that's going to do for me. Alright, let's go on here. So we're looking for number 1, so it's this one. So as you can see, all these different placements of the colours, we're going to see at the end how they differ and how they look against each other, which is going to be interesting. Oh, Chipping Sudbury is a gorgeous place. I don't think I've actually been to Chipping Sudbury, but I'm sure it's stunning. The southwest is absolutely gorgeous. And yeah, I just stayed somewhere down south for a couple of days, and we stayed in a place where there was a swan's nest right opposite where we were staying, and the swan had her little babies in some eggs, and she was sitting on her babies the whole time we were there, which was only a couple of days. And it was so beautiful to watch. Just so gorgeous. Through the rains and the hail and everything. Hey Jean, how you doing? Happy Wednesday. How are you, sweet pea? Love your double-ended brush. No, it's got a it's just got the barcode on it. I just haven't took it off. But look how long it is. I tell you what, I've only ever bought short handled brushes before, and it's really nice having a long handled one. It's like, oh, you feel like almost like you step back in time and you're like writing with a quill or something. I mean, not that I know what that feels like, but that's what I imagine. Right? Looks like robot eyes, does it? Oh yeah, I know what you mean. Oh, I've got to be careful I don't smudge it. Well, I smudged it a little bit, but that's alright. Looks like a robot eyes. Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah. It's a quiet little village that has a lot to give. Oh, that's so beautiful. What a lovely way to describe where you live. Oh, that's amazing. It was lovely. It was really, really sweet. Oh, actually, duck egg blue. This blue's a bit duck egg blue. Right? Anyway. Or swan egg blue. Well, it's a bit more grey than that actually, but so yeah, drawing colour palettes from your memory or photographs of what you've taken while being on a break or going on vacation, going on a holiday somewhere. is really, really lovely and a really good way to continue the feeling, because often when you spend some time away, you get that beautiful feeling, don't you, that like you feel expansive and you just feel like, you know, just a sense of renewal in some ways. And colours all take a big role in that. The colours that you're absorbing is so interesting. Alright, let's get this little last one here. So we're doing the outer perimeter for this one. And then we'll get on the next colour. And what I really want to do is like a really nice sandy colour. So we've definitely got like a springtime feeling with this. So yeah, let me know the last time you went away somewhere and if colours, you remember the colours, or like even if you take a day out somewhere, or you go see an event or a performance or anything, or even if you just take a walk. So even if you're just like walking around the block, right, there will be colours that you will come across and colours that you will see and affect you. This is why I think it would be really nice if we painted colours more, if we painted houses more vibrant colours. Because wouldn't it be amazing, like when you're going out for a walk or whatever and you see like houses that are a little bit more brightly coloured. It would, I mean, they don't have to be like in your face reds and oranges, but little bit more colour would be much appreciated. What's a kind of classic sort of colour of your houses where you live, Angeli? Because I think all the rest of us are from the UK, so let me know. Be really fascinating. Alright, I'm going to go around this. I mean, I had to stop talking for 1 second because otherwise I'm going to get around this whole ring here. And another thing this is good for is just practicing your brush strokes, right? You don't have to feel like you've got to do anything perfect, by the way. So I know, Angela, you're doing this along with me, so don't even worry about trying to get it like perfect. It's about the colours, what they look like together. It's not about getting perfect circles. You know, we did the rectangles last time, didn't we? And it's not about getting straight lines. It's not about that. This is not a test. You could just do it in kind of squiggles if you wanted to. It's not about getting a perfect curve in any way. Don't let those kind of things like spoil your experience, because that's the other thing when you're beginning out and you're setting out on a journey of creating anything. Don't let the technicalities bring you down. It's a bit like what we've had to go through with like getting really on technology a lot more and all that kind of thing. You can't let the technology get you down. You've got to stay in the zone of like the thing that you're coming to do, you know, the experience you're trying to have, the enjoyment you're trying to have. So don't let the circles get you down. Probably red brick or brown, but some of the wooden houses get creative with yellows and blues. I'd love to see some pictures, you know. You'll have to show me on our group. So we've got a group, by the way, on Facebook. Facebook.com/groups/creative inspiration group. So if you want to come and join our group, we have loads of fun on there if you're on Facebook. And I'd love to see, we should post some pictures of our houses. In this area, the Edwardian houses are so beautiful. And that is what I drew inspiration from when I made the mosaic for my local town. The Edwardian plasterwork is gorgeous. There's loads of stained glass windows. It's a real pretty town. So yeah, I'll have to put some pictures up. Right, we're gonna do this kind of sandy yellow. So I'm gonna scoop up, let's get another little brush. It's gonna scoop up this white here so we don't waste it. I'm going to come back to this because I'm going to do a green, so this is not going to be wasted, but I'm just going to put it out the way for now. It's really handy when you're doing painting and you're just doing this kind of thing just for testing and stuff, just to use scrap bits of cardboard, especially with acrylic paint, right? You don't need to like fork out on palettes when you're doing this kind of thing, right? Don't even worry about it. So I'm going to use lemon yellow, which is interesting because I probably would have usually used a warmer yellow, but we'll see. We'll see what we get with a nice... Is it going to come out? I don't think we need that much of that actually. So we're going to kind of do like a peachy kind of sandy colour. That's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm kind of thinking. That's why I'm going to use lots of white. So I'm going to go in here with the white. It's actually looking quite nice. Just something really gentle. Or I mean almost magnolia kind of colour. That's what I want. I want something really, really subtle. Just a tiny bit more yellow. So yeah, it's really, really interesting how colours make you feel. And like we discussed in the masterclass, green is a very, very chill colour because it's in the middle of the spectrum, middle of the light spectrum. This is quite nice. Maybe a tiny bit of red. Gotta be careful, otherwise it's gonna get too pink. I don't want it pink. I'm just trying to get it a little bit more vivid and not too... Yeah, I think that's gonna be it. Yeah. Yep. This is what I like. This is what I like. So I'm going to put that on here. I'm going to scoop the rest off of this brush so I don't waste it. And then let's go to it. This is might be my number 2 colour. And I'm going to go round and do the same thing. Oh, I'm going to just erase the number 2. Two's around there. Where's 2's in the middle there? It's going to be really interesting how it all comes out. So let's go around here. You know, Angeli, I nearly did citrus pastels, but then I realised that I've already done some paintings in citrus pastels, so it wouldn't be completely useful for me, but it'd be really nice to do some citrus pastels ones, right? Like a cream, yeah, like a cream, like a creamy magnolia sort of colour. Yeah, what was the Facebook page, please? It's facebook.com/groups/creative inspiration group. We'd love to have you. And it's just anything around the internet that makes you... The way I define it is anything that makes you say wow. So anything that kind of really impresses you that you've seen online, that makes you say wow. We post, and also your own work. If you've got your own work to share, I share lots of my artist friends' work in there. People that come into the stream. Yeah, and it's just a really nice place just to talk about art. It's about 500 members, I think, now. Thanks, that's all right. I hope you can come over. I wonder where Halo is today. She said she was going to come, and Darren said he was going to come over. So let's do this big. Well, I'll tell you what. I'm going to do this small one here, since I'm in the small zone right now. I bet they don't look like robot eyes anymore with these colours. Or do they still? They might do. But yeah, I'm definitely feeling in the mood. If you know anything about me, you know that this is actually quite unusual for me. Because usually I'm into like bold colours. But these are more subtle, because you get that calming feeling, don't you, from being on a beach. I'm recently into art again after losing my husband last July. Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that. I'm so sorry. But I'm so happy that you're getting into art, because I tell you what, we have a few people in the academy who are going through recovery of some period, some kind of recovery in different ways, and it can be really, really useful. I mean, on a personal level, you know, finding painting, I mean, obviously I've been painting for years and years and years, but finding painting again, because I've been a mosaic artist for the past 10 years, but finding painting again during the lockdown and just discovering colour and everything again has been so wonderful. And after I went away for a couple of days, these past couple of days, I just wanted to come and paint. I was just like, I just got to get my paintbrush out, which is really nice, because the tools I've been using are like tile cutters and, you know, strong adhesives to stick down tiles. So it's been very nice to paint and paint. You can see one of my paintings here, actually. This is one of mine. You can't see, I tell you what. There you go. There it is. Looks very 60s. I love the 60s. I love 60s design so much. So it's so interesting you said that. It's calming completely, right? Completely calming. Yeah, when there's all this craziness in the world and everyone going through something, because I don't know anyone that hasn't gone through some kind of dramatic change or just something happening in their lives, whether it's to them personally or friends and family. Painting is just completely useful, and drawing. I started a new one actually last night. I might show you at the end, actually. I started doing a drawing of a temple, so I might show you that afterwards. Very much a work in progress, and I was wondering whether I should do that today, and then I was like, no, hold on, let me give something useful. It's a stream. Let me give something useful that you can, a technique that you can take away. I could be using a bigger brush for this, but I'm not. But I'm not, so there you go. See, the great thing about acrylic as well is if you smudge it like I did there, you just paint over it with another colour and it's no big deal. Acrylic is very forgiving. Like, one of my favourite paints is gouache, and you can't do that with gouache. As much as I love it and I've used it for all my mandalas, you cannot paint over it with another colour, because it increases its chances of cracking, and it's just, I would not recommend it for beginners. It's just not, As much as the colours are gorgeous and the paint consistency is gorgeous, it's just not where you should start, in my opinion. But then if you really want to, then you definitely should. If you're really, really drawn to something, then you definitely should, no matter what. But it's just, there's easier ways. I've just finished a horse, have you, in watercolour. Oh, I'd love to see. Well, yeah, put it on the group. That'd be lovely. I'd love to see it. Same girl, same. Mine is too small, is it? It is all happening here. Alright. So then we've got this one. So it's not a long exercise, you know, either. This is probably like an hour. Like most of my classes in the academy, they're all an hour long. That's funny, I started with gouache this pandemic. And how did you find it? Because that's the most important thing. You might have absolutely loved it, and that's great. So this is my kind of sandy colour, which is definitely a little bit more bright. It's got a little bit more red in it than an actual sand colour would have, just because I wanted to give it that tiny bit. See, now what colour would you go to next if you were coming up with a colour combination to do with the beach? What colour would you do next? I would be interested to know. What colour would you do next? It's all happening. It's all happening. So we're halfway through. I would like sunrise. Yes, Barbara, completely. Now I want to do a pink because of a kind of an orange. Now this is the thing, I'm with you. I'm thinking like pinky, but or a sunset colour, yeah, but pink and orange, they're sunset colours, right? Definitely something warming. It needs definitely something warming, so I'm thinking a pink. So what I'm going to do is just add some more red to this and see. I want to really use my other brush to mix it. Let's use this one. So I'm thinking like a pink to symbolise the sunset. Orange, I just don't want to go. I don't want to go that far into like vibrantness. Oh, grey tones, pebbles. Yes. What about maybe pink and grey? Now, I've said this before on the stream. I'm a real fan of grey. I think because of Mosaic. I love that when you make a mosaic, you have all the grout lines and you tend to do grey for grout, even though obviously there's a lot of options. You can do, you know, tons of different colours for your grout. But there's something about grey in between, how it balances and brings everything together. And actually in the book, he talks about that. There's even a exercise which is about lines in between, and I was like, oh my gosh, it's completely true. It's like how amazing Mosaic is in colour study. It's, you know, and often people get it really wrong. It's really interesting with Mosaic because especially when people just get really crazy, like trying to pick out a colour for the grout. It's like, just do grey. Don't make it hard on yourself. Grey is the colour to go for. Pinky grey. Should I do pinky grey? Or should I do pink and grey? Now this is far too light at the moment, and I also want to get just a bit of that orangey back into it. Ooh. So what do you think? Pinky grey or pink and grey? Because the other colour I kind of wanted to do was green, because the beach that I went to had sand dunes, and you know how you get them long grasses coming out the sand dunes. I wanted to do that. Hey, 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 it's Tamiko. Whoop, whoop, whoop. How you doing, Tamiko? Happy Wednesday, my love. How are you? You've come just in time. We're halfway through. We're just deciding on this next colour. I think we're going for a pinky grey. I think I'm going to have to add the smallest bit of black in the universe. Let me see. Have I got one in my bag? Halo! Happy Wednesday! I just said, where's Halo? And there she is. Halo and Tamiko entering the room at the same time. Yeah, so I'm going to get a tiny bit of black then. The world's smallest bit of black. I mean, I don't know about you. I don't know how much black you use in your paintings, but I always have so much excess black. When I used to work on sets for films and short films and stuff, I used to use so much black, it's unbelievable. For my art, I hardly use any black. Hey, sorry, I feel wretched. Oh, my love, are you okay? Oh, darling, well, look, that's up to you. Hang if you want. We're doing a relaxing stream. It's relaxing and painting. I hope you're all right. You're welcome. Sorry, I was painting along. Party has arrived. They have arrived. So we've got Pooja in the room, we've got Jean in the room, and we've got Barbara in the room. There's also another Barbara watching as well, which was quite funny when Barbara came in the room. So I was like, oh, there's double Barbaras now. So hi to Barbara and any other people that are watching and not commenting. I hope you're enjoying. So we're going to do a... oh, and thank you to the replay viewers. Love you very much. I hope you're enjoying it too. Let's get the world's smallest bit of black here. I wish I had Payne's Grey, but I don't have any Payne's Grey. So let's get that in here and see. Good suggestions. Good suggestions. Just a little bit, making it a little bit dusky. Like a dusky pink. I mean, yes. You got the COVID shot yesterday and you're definitely feeling it. You know, I thought maybe, sweetie, I thought maybe it was that. Oh, well, look, rest up well, girl. Rest up well. All right, we're going to do... We don't want to do it any darker than that, do we? We don't want to bring any more in. I think this is it. I think this is it. We're going to go for pinky grey. Yeah, I'm going to go for it. Or maybe a touch more red. Just a touch more. Alright, I'm backing away. That's the one. This is the one. This is the one. Back away. Move away from the mixing. Move away. like candy floss. Yeah. Yeah, and we had to do pink. I had to do pink as well, because we're doing our pink masterclass next Wednesday on the Zoom, which everyone is very welcome to. Let's do some pink. Oh, look at that. Great suggestions, guys. Super good suggestions. Let's get these number 3s rubbed out. So, Tamiko and Halo, who's just joined, we are doing a beach themed, I guess an English beach themed, not English, British beach themed colour combination. So it's the same as we did last time from the book Joseph Albert's, but I was thinking of doing a painting with kind of beachy sort of tones that I like. So usually when you create a painting, you have like around 4 or 5 colours in a painting. I mean, obviously it's not any hard and fast rule at all, but usually it's about 4 or 5. And if you're a beginner, going for 4 colours is a really, really good idea, obviously with excluding white, I guess, or black. But it's really good to kind of like home in. It's just really good to come up with colour palettes before you start creating a painting. Come up with the colour palette. Right, yum. Oh, sending love, sweet pea. So yeah, like on the academy with the 2 classes that I've done, well, I say 2 classes, I actually mean 8 classes, but 2 classes, 2 different projects on my academy called mood paintings, and for those I show you and walk you through how to create a colour palette and how to create an image based on particular moods, which is really fun. Ooh yeah, baby, get round the curve. Ooh, ooh. That was me making excitable noises about painting. See, so I think that you'll see this a bit more when the shine kind of comes down a bit, when it dries. I think I'm going to do green for the last one, maybe, and then grey would be the 5th colour. But I don't know, maybe I'll just do grey. We'll see when we get there. Lovely bit of pink. How nice. Alright, so this was number 3, right? So we've got the outside edge of that one. We've got the inner circle on this one. So yeah, you just want to, when you're creating a piece of art, no matter what it is, you want to know what feeling it's going to give off, right? And the feeling that you get really comes from the colour. I mean, obviously, depending on what the artwork is, how much movement it's got in, what the composition is. I mean, there's so many different factors, but the colour is what is gonna either like strike you immediately or settle in with you, uplift you, inspire you, make you feel calm and chilled, whatever you're going for, whatever you want to achieve, right? Oh, that pink is lush. A muted fern green. Pooja, you're speaking my language, because ferns are my jam. I love ferns so much. My logo is based on a fern. My Leona Matuszak artist logo, not my artist resource logo, but my artist's logo is based on a fern, which you might not see actually unless I told you, but a muted fern green. Ooh, I had my 2nd vaccine shot this past Friday. I felt like crap on Saturday. Honey bun. Oh, so annoying, right? Okay, so I'm glad you're feeling better now. That's the main thing, right? And it's done, it's out of the way. Okay, let's get this pink around the edge of this one and then around there. Okay, so we're going round the edge. Now, actually, I tell you what, because there's always going to be next to the yellow, isn't it, if I do that? Shall I always have the pink? I could mix it up a little bit. Because always... Oh, no, let's keep it the way it is. Keep it the way it is. Don't start mixing it up after you've decided. Right. This is about quantity as well. At the end of the day, there's like a million ways that all these colours could go, right? How many different combinations you could do using just 4 colours is pretty infinite, right? Ooh yeah, baby. I love ferns too, but I didn't want to buy one at the plant nursery store because I have a brown thumb. What do you mean? What does that mean? I don't know what you mean, sweet pea. I've actually got 1 fern and I wish I had some more. I wanted to buy some more the other day, but they didn't have any at the nursery, which was really surprising. I don't know if people are just like not wanting to buy ferns, but, and this is quite a big one, but I've got one and I've had it under my fig tree for such a long time, for like years, probably 6 years. And it hasn't really grown much, and I'm like, why am I keeping it in the same spot? It obviously is not happy because it hasn't really grown that much. It's still healthy, but I've moved it, so let's see. Ferns are so pretty. I really want one someday. I'd love to send you one, but I don't think it's possible. It wouldn't get through customs. Not green thumb, green fingers. Yeah, is that what you mean? Is that what you say? Do you say a brown thumb instead of green fingers? Well, you say green fingers. But what do you mean, Angelique? Or am I just being slow today? Looking good. All right, pink here. Let's do it in this one, and then we got 1 more colour to go. Only 1 more colour to go. Alright, so please let me know in the comments what you think I should do for the final colour. Like I said, I'm trying to base this on British seaside colours, as in the natural world. I'm really going towards green because of the grass on the sand dunes. But if you've got any other suggestions, what would you put there? Let me know. It's like saying you can't keep plants alive. Actually, no. Sweetie. Oh, my honey. Well, they don't need that. They're like ferns like dappled shade, so they don't want to be in full sun, although they do like the sun as well, because if you put them completely in the shade like I did under my fig tree, they're not completely happy. They need to have some sun. She's not a natural gardener. Thank you. Loving the colour choices. Thank you, Halo sweetie. Oh yeah, I forgot to tell you. What's that? Americans say green thumb or brown thumb, but I guess it's different across the pond. Yeah. We had an accidental art block reunion. Tech Force and Native Graffiti were both in my Twitch chat. Really? Was that nice? I mean, that was lovely. Oh, I can't believe it. The one day that I'm not there. I can't believe that. Just not there one time. But at least there was someone to replace me, right? At least she was there. Oh, but that was lovely. Our block reunion. How funny is that? The one time I'm not there. I was there all the times you were promoting your book and everything. No. Angeli, get a fern. Go on, girl. You can do it. You can do it. Just get it. You were there in spirit. I was. I've been contributing, so we're all right. Okay, so guys, we're on the final colour. Let's have a think about this. So, orange is a good suggestion. Again, a really nice light subtle orange is lovely. Or even like slightly grey orange. Another blue would work really nice. A silvery grey would work really nice. Just any kind of grey would work really nice actually. You could think about things that like get washed up on the beach, that kind of like shell type things. So maybe like a brown, like a tan brown, almost like a gingerbready terracotta. Again, that's going into orange territory, but a terracotta would be really nice with this colour combinations. So grey terracotta, more blues, so different kinds of blues, and green, a pale green. Grey is what I'm thinking of. Yeah, I keep forgetting to water my succulents. Oh well, that's all right, because they are all right, aren't they? Succulents can kind of keep for like a longer period of time without water, right? I think that's true. Let's do green. All right, the jury have decided. Let's do a pale green. So we got this. We can go back to this from earlier, and we've got a little bit of yellow on here, so we can scoop this out. Oh, actually, I'll tell you what. I'm not going to use that. It's got pink on it. Let's clean a brush. Snap. Grey. I'm going to do a pale green. That's what I'm drawn to, and you got to go for what you're drawn to, right? But maybe even like a grey green. Let's see. Let us see what we get to. Whether we get to like no more blue. So this is kind of like, look, if you love mixing, you love bit of paint, this kind of exercise is really fun. And like I said, you don't have to do it in circles. You can do it in squares, rectangles. You can do it in abstract shapes. You don't have to be super neat. It doesn't really matter, right? The rain keeps overwatering them for me. I'd buy a t-shirt in this pattern, would you? Yeah, it's nice, right? RuPaul revealed the new Queens of All Star 6 today. I'm going to watch that after this. Oh my gosh. Dun, 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 dun. I mean, I think I got spoiled actually. I think I know a few of them. But don't tell me. I want to watch the thing. Thank you for that. Alright, we're going to get some white in here. We're going to tint it up, babes. We're going to tint it up. We're going to go for a tint. And I mean, that's nice, right? I'm feeling that. I feel like it just needs a tiny bit more yellow. See, when I feel like things get a little bit too dull, you want to add, or I add, but just generally, if you want to add the colour that's like the most vibrant back into it. So in the case of blue and yellow, yellow is going to like lift it up a bit more and just give it a bit more vibrancy. That's just if you want that kind of thing. I'm that kind of person that always wants a little bit extra vibrancy. Watch and tell me what you think. I will. And then you tell me what you think. Awesome. Alright. A bit more yellow? Or I think we might have got there. I think we've got there, you know. I think that's nice. The only thing is I don't know if I've got enough paint. I need to mix up a little bit more, which is a little bit annoying because let's put a bit more yellow in. But I think that's good because it's similar in brightness to the blue. It's a little bit deeper. It's kind of similar. Can you see how all of those are really harmonious together? They're just very similar in their brightness. They've all got white in them, and even actually the sandy colours add a lot of white in it as well, so they're very harmonious. This is a very, very harmonious colour palette that we're doing today, which is lovely. Look how balanced we are, guys. Look how balanced we are today. Finding the balance. Alright, I'm going for it. I'm going for it. I'm not going to put a bit of grey in it. I'm going to keep it. Are we dry? Yeah. Are we dry with it? Oh, I need a cup of tea. Grab a cup of tea. Oh, coffee is that. Grab one. Oh, now. I've put it down and I think it needs to be lighter. Hold on a red hot minute. It needs to be lighter. Let's get another brush. We need more white. I've put it down and you can't quite see it because it's a bit... Can you see there? If I put... There you go. You can see. Can you see how it's a bit too dark? We've got to lighten this baby up. See, it looked fine on here. But when I put it down, I was like, no way, Jose. We need more white. Alright, let's try it now. That's better. That's better. That's it. That's it. We got it. Let's keep the light up there. Coffee. Go grab one. Definitely lighter. Yeah. I matched it pretty good, but I painted a lot on. Well, look. More is better than less, right? You know. Okay, I'm happy with this. I've got so much paint on my brush here though. When you do paint, you want to try and be careful you don't get it all up your brush. You want to try and keep your paint on the brush, right? Don't get it all the way up there. You're just kind of wasting paint and just letting it dry on there, and there's no point. Ooh, now I feel like I've got to do a fifth colour, you know. I feel like I've got to have the grey. But I know anyway. You could always add a ring to it, right? I could add a tiny little ring. I'm not going to today. But I could always add. That's quite a good note, actually, when doing this kind of thing. Leave yourself some space around the edges. So you can add something. If you wanna. If you don't wanna, you don't have to. I get so messy. Do you? Do you get it all over you? It's part of the fun though, right? because of the way my desk is in the room that I sleep in, I have to clean everything up afterwards because I like everything. I always get it back to everything being white, so I clean the desk and just, you know, get rid of everything on the desk apart from a few things, so that it's all super calm. And because if I left my work out, I'd be like buzzing about it. Isn't that interesting with that green? So fascinating. I love green and pink together. Green and pink is a really interesting combination, I feel. It's not one that many people like gravitate towards. But I used to have a pair of green and pink trainers years and years ago in my 20s. And I loved them so much. We're doing good. We're nearly there. We're looking fab. I'm going to go over here. Oh, I smudged a bit of my pink there, but never mind. Let's get this green in the middle here and see what it looks like next to this blue. In a greater quantity of blue than this one. So can you see that? This is more green, less blue. This is less green and more blue. And then you get to see through this exercise which one you prefer. So for example, you might want to have like tons and tons of green in this and in your painting that you're going to do, which you're sort of preparing for. And this can help you to see whether it actually works on this kind of colour combination, or if less green in this colour combination works. My feeling is that less green is going to work and more blue, yellow and pink is going to be more kind of agreeable. But again, it's personal preference. You know, it's just whatever you like. And that is the amazing thing about art, is that it really is like what you feel like and how you feel towards it. That's what matters, not what someone else thinks and feels. Oh, I didn't put my green in there. There we go. And that's why I love it so much, because it's so unique and everyone's opinion is valid. And everyone's experience is valid. And not just valid, but beautiful. And valuable as well. So can you see how different each three of these finished ones are? Different feelings, different quantities of different colours give off different feelings. And also, of course, it matters what colours are touching each other. And that'll do. That'll do, that'll do. Alright, let's do this one. I'm thinking my favourite one, I think, is the first one so far. I think the kind of, which is very interesting, because that's not, if we look at the quantities of colour that would be on a beach, you would have mostly yellow for the sand, then probably blue, so blue and yellow maybe in equal amounts, and then less pink and less green, right? Same, I've got pink everywhere but the art. I got pink everywhere for the eye. It's going everywhere. I like that one. Do you like the first one as well? Let's see with this last one. Let's see how this looks. I'm using my little brush again. I could be using a big brush, but I'm using a small one. Because I'm nuts. Right. Getting around, getting around. I'm a person! Emma! How you doing? Happy Wednesday! Whoop whoop! It's been a while. It's been forever. I wondered what happened. Like, I thought that maybe you didn't catch that I got a new schedule going on. So I'm just doing YouTube lives at the end of the month just for now because I'm back at work in person. And I just wanted to like get into a bit more of a different routine. Well, I am getting into a different routine. So have you been? Any more tattoos or anything? How's life? We are doing a British beach themed colour palette today. And these are the colours that I have come up with and that the chat has helped me with, and I'm really loving it. It's very, very peaceful and calming. And this last one is really interesting with the majority of green. I mean, 100% with the grey would really, really set it off. I'm very tempted to add a grey to these to see how it would look. But I didn't want to give you 5 colours because I just think when you're starting out with things and you're coming up with colour combinations, doing 4 colours is just a lot more to kind of grasp, much easier than doing 5 colours. But if you look at a lot of paintings, you know, 5 or 6 colours tends to be the general colour combination generally. I mean, that is such a general statement, it's unbelievable, but you know, the ones that we've studied in the academy so far, definitely. I'm drawn to 3 and 4. All right, let's talk about it. Right, let's have a look. Let me get my palettes out of the way so I don't get paint on everything. Right, you're drawn to 3 and 4, the bottom 2, yeah? Isn't that interesting? I like the last one a lot more than I thought I would. It's very interesting with that large amount of green is kind of making it look completely different. It's making the yellow and the pink really, really sharp, especially the yellow. It's making the yellow like really, really pop out. So I think my favourites are 1 and 4. It's so fascinating, isn't it? Let me know what your favourites are in the comments. Amazing how they feel so different, isn't it? Completely different. So the first thing you would do is look at the quantity. So how much, obviously you can see this is mainly pink, this is mainly yellow, this is mainly blue, this is mainly green, and then the other combinations are all different around them. So fascinating. Now I'm imagining them kind of like if you're looking at them as an aerial view of something, so like an aerial view of like an island or something like that, because this one's very much got that. This is sort of like the sea, and this feels like earth around something. Do you know what I mean? Jeans, you like number 2, this one. Nice. It's really fascinating, isn't it? I would say I'm drawn to the second one. All right, so Emma and Jean like number 2. I think the sea in 3 and the grass in 4. Yeah, I like the first and last of mine because I accidentally made it more like a traditional Target. Did you use the same colours as me, darling, or did you use different colours? Interesting. It is really, really fascinating, isn't it? Which ones? And you kind of have to look at them for quite a long time, don't you, to kind of really feel into it. But I'm surprised at the last one. I'm surprised that much green I think looks nice, because especially just in the beach setting, there's not a lot of grass. You see the grass in the dunes, and I really love the grass in the dunes, so maybe that's why I'm kind of like, oh, the green is lovely. Like I said before, it'd be interesting to have one where the yellow and the blue is in equal proportion, because that would be a traditional beach kind of view, wouldn't it? It would be the sand and the sea in the majority, and then it would be green and pink, very little pink, unless it's the sky. Do you know what I mean? So you could do so many more. Like, just 4 examples almost isn't enough. You need more. You need to see which ones look more quantities, right? They also look like cross sections of sticks of rock. Yes, they do. They do. I mean, this one looks very like inner core. This one looks like very inner core, doesn't it? Maybe not these two as much. Same, but the width of the circles really makes a difference. It does. It completely makes a load of difference. Yeah. I think the yellow is making me think of sunny sand scenery. Well, that's exactly what it's supposed to be doing. That's nice. Yeah, that's the beach vibes. That's what we were going for. Colours that you see on an English beach, a British beach. And the one that I just went to had lots of grass on the sand dunes, so that's why I chose green. Obviously, you don't always see green on a beach. Sometimes maybe with some, either the seaweed a little bit, grass popping out of the sand maybe. I do love all of it, really. Yours, for some reason, I don't like the third on mine because I messed up the symmetry. See, that's the thing. Don't get bogged down by whatever you're doing, whether you're doing a rectangle, a circle, a splodge of paint. You could do something like really irregular, like a splodge. That might be quite good, because then you're not kind of getting fixated on trying to be perfect. Don't ever try and be perfect. It always ends up in a disaster. Always reminds me of the layers of the earth. Yeah, also, sorry, reminds me of the layers of the earth. Yeah, fascinating, right? And then like with these ones, which we did last time, much more vibrant palette here. Interestingly, tell me which ones that you prefer on this one. I mean, I'm really loving these two. 2 and 4 are my favourites, but I actually really like this one. I'm not as keen on this one, but these. So whatever you do when you're doing this kind of exercise, really spend time checking out which ones you like, which ones you're not keen on, and why is that? How much of a colour is feeling more agreeable to you? What colour is next to it? It's all so fascinating and enjoyable, and just really, really fun, especially if you're doing any kind of visual art. Any kind, like I said at the beginning, even something like makeup. You could get the makeup colours and like look at how they kind of like sit together and stuff. Number 2, yeah, you like number 2? Of those, I would say 2 and 3. You really like this one. It's interesting, hey? Super fascinating. And you can do these in lots of ways. You can do them in vertical lines, horizontal lines, loads and loads of different ways, but I just chose to do mine at rectangles and circles. So yeah, so that's everything for the stream today. I love colours. I like all of them. Angeli, completely right. Ultimately, I love all of them. Too, yeah. Oh, you like the ones with the blues as well? Yeah. Ultimately, loving them all. Let's just say that. Ultimately, loving every single one of them. That is 100%. So thank you so much for joining the stream today. It was so lovely to have you. Here's my schedule. If you want to come and join the masterclass next week on Zoom, we have so much fun. We're doing a Zoom in pink, so I will have the whole wall back here with all these projections. This will all be in pink. I'm going to dig out a pink top. I actually don't think I've got that much pink. I've got one pink top, I think. So I put pink on. I'm going to be drinking pink lemonade. Wear the colour pink if you want to. Get into it. I'm going to be giving you loads and loads of inspiration for you to create your own really simple artwork in an hour and a half. We do really basic things, patterns, something that's just really simple that you can just get to grips with pink. You could even do this kind of colour test in the Zoom if you wanted to practice along with us. And I'm going to be showing you how to mix different pinks and how to achieve different pinks, all the pink symbolism, colour psychology, colour therapy. It's all about it. So I hope you can join. The link is in the description box below. Yay! Fascinating how colour tones change next to each other. It is continually fascinating, isn't it, Jean? It's like you could just go on and on forever with colour because there's just infinite ways to do things. And also your mood kind of changes, obviously. Being a human being, sometimes you might be more drawn to some things than others. Like this kind of sort of relaxing sort of colour palette I would not have really come up with unless I'd been to the beach, and this is kind of what I felt drawn to. Usually I'm kind of all about this kind of like super vibrancy. But I felt like more kind of into this kind of thing. So it's just amazing how it all goes, right? Darren, how you doing? Happy Wednesday. I'm just about to go, but I'm so glad that you popped in. How are you? How's life? Yeah, get those sunshine glasses on. Oh, nice one. Thank you, Pooja. Thank you, Angeli. It was great to have you guys. Stay safe, stay well, and stay creative, number one. I will be back here soon, but for now, like I said, the YouTube live streams are every month, the last Wednesday of every month, and the masterclasses on Zoom are the first Wednesday of every month. And I'm going to have loads more stuff coming in the academy, artistresource.co.uk/members. Is all 4 classes every month. It's so much fun. There's relaxing music in there for free. There's loads of like meditations and encouraging words. There's a course all about how to do what you love. There's Mosaic classes, there's Decoupage classes, there's painting classes. There's so many different things, fabric painting. There's loads of stuff and loads more to come. 100 classes on there already, and so much more to come. Yes, thank you guys, lovely to have you. You have an amazing rest of your week. Just keep on going, just keep on doing what you're doing. You're doing amazingly well, you know. You're doing really good in this thing called life. It can be tough sometimes, and we're all in this together, and you're doing really well. And art is one of those things that can really help you through. So I hope you feel really connected to your art and your creativity, and you know where I am if you need me. So I'll see you real soon. Take it easy and lots of love. Bye for now. Bye everybody. Thank you for joining. Bye for now.